Raise your hand if you've ever stood at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take. Raise your hand if you've ever wished for a sign, some assurance that you're making the right decision. We've all been there, haven't we? Those moments of uncertainty can be overwhelming, but today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of decision-making. We'll uncover how to trust your instincts, weigh your options, consider long-term effects, seek valuable input, and find peace with your choice. Ready to navigate this maze with confidence? Let's get started. First up, let's talk about instincts and intuition. Sometimes your gut is your best guide. It's that little voice inside of you, whispering hints and nudging you towards certain decisions. It's like having a built-in compass that points you in the right direction. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly are instincts and intuition? Well, they're essentially our subconscious minds at work. Our brain, with its years of collected data, experiences, and observations, is constantly processing information that we're not even aware of. This processing can often result in feelings or hunches, which we call instincts or intuition. You may have experienced it before. Maybe you've been in a situation where something just didn't feel right. You couldn't put your finger on it, but you had this nagging feeling that told you to step away. That, my friend, was your intuition at work. Or perhaps you've been at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take. But then, out of the blue, you felt a strong pull towards one of the options. Again, that was your instinct guiding you. So how do you tap into these instincts and intuition? It's all about quietening the mind and listening to your gut. This might involve meditation, going for a walk in nature, or just sitting in silence for a few minutes. The key is to create a space where your mind can process its thoughts without the constant noise of everyday life. But here's the important part. Once you've heard what your gut has to say, trust it. It's easy to second-guess ourselves, especially when our instincts are telling us something that doesn't align with logic. But remember, your intuition is based on your unique experiences and knowledge. It's tailored specifically to you and your life. So, it's often worth taking into account, and yes, it's true that instincts and intuition aren't always right. They're not foolproof, but they are a valuable tool in our decision-making arsenal, one that we should not overlook. Remember, your gut feeling is your internal compass. Don't ignore it. Now, let me ask you something important. Do you think about the long-term impact when deciding on something crucial? Considering the long-term effects is essential in decision-making, leave a comment below. I'm curious what you have to say. Next on our list is the art of weighing up all options. Now let's dive deeper into the terrain of decision-making. You see, it's not just about going with your gut or following your heart. Sometimes it's more like a game of chess, where you need to think several steps ahead and consider every possible move. This is where the art of weighing up all options comes into play. Imagine you're standing at a crossroads, and each road represents a different option. Each path has its own unique set of challenges, rewards, and experiences. It's crucial to take the time to explore each one, to understand where it could lead you. You might discover that one path, which initially seemed less appealing, is actually rich with opportunities that align perfectly with your goals and values. Weighing up all options doesn't mean you have to exhaust yourself considering every minute detail. It's more about gaining a broad understanding of each option and how it aligns with your overall objectives. It's about asking yourself, which of these options will help me move closer to my goals? Which ones resonate with my values? Which ones will provide me with the growth and fulfillment I'm seeking? Keep in mind that this process isn't about finding the perfect choice. Perfection is elusive and can often lead us to decision paralysis. Instead, it's about making the best possible decision with the information available to you at the moment. Remember, it's okay to take your time during this process. Rushing a decision can often lead to regret later on, so permit yourself to pause, to ponder, and to weigh up all the possibilities. And here's a pro tip. Don't be afraid to seek advice or gather more information if you're feeling unsure. Knowledge is power. And the more informed you are, the more confident you'll feel about your decision. So before you decide, weigh up all your options. Who knows, the right choice might be hiding in plain sight. Now let's talk about the future, specifically the long-term effects of your decisions. They're not just about the here and now, but about where they'll lead you down the line. Consider the potential outcomes of your choices. Will they lead you closer to your goals or take you off course? Will they benefit you in the short term but harm you in the long run? These are crucial questions to ponder. For instance, choosing between job offers isn't just about the immediate perks, it's also about which role aligns with your long-term career path. But let's be real, the future is unpredictable. We can't foresee every consequence of our decisions. So, how do we navigate this uncertainty? Well, it's about making the best possible decision with the information available to us. This might involve doing some research, seeking advice, or simply taking some time to reflect. It's also about being adaptable and resilient. Life has a funny way of throwing us curveballs. Sometimes, despite our best plans, things don't turn out the way we expect. That's okay. It's not about making perfect decisions, but about learning and growing from the choices we make. Finally, remember that not making a decision is a decision in itself. It's easy to fall into the trap of analysis paralysis, where we're so worried about making the wrong choice that we end up not choosing at all. But the cost of missed opportunities can be far greater than the cost of making a wrong decision. So, when you're faced with a decision, don't just think about the immediate effects. Look at the bigger picture. Think about where you want to be in 5, 10, 20 years and whether this decision will move you closer to that vision. Remember, the decisions you make today shape your tomorrow. So think long-term. Lastly, let's touch upon the importance of seeking input and finding peace with your decision. You see, we're social creatures. We thrive on connection, on sharing, on gaining insights from those around us. This is no different when it comes to decision-making. Sure, the final choice is yours to make. But sometimes, a little outside perspective can shed light on angles you may not have considered. Friends, family, mentors, they can offer valuable insights, alternative viewpoints, and wisdom born from experiences you may not have lived. But here's the thing. While it's important to seek advice and consider it, it's equally crucial to not let others' opinions overshadow your own. Remember, this is your decision, your journey. Others may provide the map, but only you can steer the wheel. This brings us to the next point, feeling at peace with your decision. This is a biggie. It's the calm after the storm, the serene silence after the cacophony of thoughts and opinions. When you've weighed all options, listened to your instincts, considered the long-term effects, and sought input, what remains is to find peace with your decision. You might ask, well, how do I know if I'm at peace? Well, it's that quiet confidence, that gentle assurance that whispers, yes, this is right. It's when the noise fades, and in the stillness, you find a sense of balance, a sense of rightness. It's not about having no doubts or fears, but rather it's about having them and still knowing deep down that this is the right path for you. So seek advice, but in the end, choose what gives you peace. That's often the right decision. Let's take a quick recap of the ways to know if you're making the right decision. We've covered some important ground today, and it's worth summarizing these key points. First up, trust your instincts and intuition. There's a reason we have these gut feelings. They're our subconscious mind's way of processing all the information we've taken in, even the bits we might not consciously remember. So when your gut is telling you something, it's always worth a listen. Next, we talked about the importance of weighing up all options. Being thorough and considering all possible outcomes can help you make a well-informed decision. It's about striking that balance between listening to your gut and using your logical brain to analyze the situation. We also discussed the importance of considering the long-term effects of your decisions. Taking a moment to think about the possible future outcomes can give you a fresh perspective and help you make a decision that aligns with your long-term goals. Then, we talked about seeking input from others. While the final decision is always up to you, getting different perspectives can help you see things from angles you might not have considered. Just remember, it's your life. So ultimately, the decision is yours to make. Lastly, we touched on the concept of feeling at peace with your decision. This is often a sign that you've made the right choice. If you feel content and settled with your decision, chances are you're on the right track. And there you have it. The next time you're faced with a tough decision, remember these points. They might just help you choose the right path. Thanks for watching, and remember, the right decision is often the one that feels right to you. Now, if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you make decisions and what helps you find the right path. Remember, every decision is a step on your journey, so make it count.